did you know that the famous granny squares are actually 134 years old? The first one has been published in 1891 in The Art of Crocheting in London and New York. These days, it's hard to not notice that they're very much back to fashion. So, let's get to it and let me show you how to make them yourself. We're going to start by finding the ending of our yarn and placing it on our left hand in this way that the short ending is in the front of our hand and the long strand that goes to the ball of yarn is in the back. Just like this. We're going to grab it and make a little gun shape and take the yarn from the back to the front, put it over the gun towards the thumb to make a little cross shape. We're going to put our hook under the first top arm of the cross, grab the second one and pull through. That's the first step. And for the second step, we're going to do a 360 turn all the way around with the hook, like upside down and further, to have this little twist on it. Then we're going to grab the long strand of yarn with the hook and pull it through that twist that we just created. Then the last step is to just make it a little bit tighter, get the fingers out of the newly created loop, and that's your magic circle done. Now to check if it worked, you can pull the short strand of yarn and see if your magic circle gets smaller. If it does, then that means that you did a good job. Important note here, the short strand of yarn, this one, is a part of the circle. These two strands need to stay together, the border of the circle and the short strand of yarn, and they should be on the left side of the circle. So now, moving on, we're going to chain 5. Chaining is just putting the yarn over the hook and pulling it through that loop that we have on the hook. We need 5 chains. If you don't know any of these stitches, you can go back to my previous video where I show you all the basic stitches in crocheting. The next step is going to be doing 3 double crochets inside the circle. So we're going to yarn over the hook, put the hook inside the circle, grab the yarn and take it out of the circle, and now we've got 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over, pull that yarn through 2 of the loops, yarn over again and pull the yarn through the other 2 loops. That's basically a double crochet. We're just going to be making many double crochets in this circle. For now, yarn over in the circle, take the yarn out of the circle, yarn over and pull through 2 of them, yarn over and pull through the other 2, and then there's one last double crochet to do for us. We're going to, let me give you a close-up, yarn over, go inside the circle, take the yarn out of the circle, yarn over, pull through 2 out of the 3 loops, yarn over, pull through the other 2 loops. That's basically the first wall of our granny square, and now we're going to do 2 chains just like that. Yarn over, chain 1, yarn over, chain 2, and from now on we're just going to repeat 3 double crochets, 2 chains 3 times. So we go in the circle, take the yarn out of the circle, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's the first double crochet. We're gonna do 2 double crochets again for the second wall of our square. This is the second one, and then yarn over in the circle, take the yarn out of the circle, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I've got the second wall of our granny square done and the 3 double crochets, and it's time for 2 chains again. I'm kind of hoping that by now you can see that it's like half of our granny square done, like it's just one wall, corner, second wall, and we're doing the second corner right now. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's that second corner done, and then repeating again 3 double crochets in the magic circle. Here I've got the third wall done, and I'm going to repeat the 2 chains for the corner. You can see already it's becoming that square shape, so it's chain 1, chain 2, and the last wall of our granny square is going to be slightly different. It's actually going to be just 2 double crochets instead of the 3, because the chains that we did at the start are kind of pretending to be a double crochet. You're gonna see it in a second when I show you. I just made the circle a little smaller so that you can see the shape better. I'm going to yarn over in the circle, take the yarn out of the circle, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's our first double crochet done, and here it's the second. And now you can see that this part here looks like a double crochet as well, so we're just gonna go into that loop that we created, take the yarn and pull it out of that loop, and then pull it out again through the loop that we have on the hook. That's called a slip stitch, in case you haven't tried that before. Now, just like I did, you can pull the short strand of yarn that is hanging from the middle of that square, pull it, and that will make your square tighter so that you can actually see the square shape of it. Just for comparison, here is a granny square done, and I wanted to show you that what we have just built is the right middle of that granny square. It's the 4 petals that you can see right there. You don't see the corners because there's the other color going through the corners. I'm gonna show you that in a second. So now, how to do the second color, how to change colors in general. So we're going to grab the new color and pull it through that loop that we have on the hook, tighten up both of them, and do 1 chain in the new color. So 1 chain in the green, and then I'm gonna tighten that chain very much as well to have that seamless transition, like you don't really see exactly where I change the color. And then we do a slip stitch. So we go into that big hole, grab the yarn out, and pull it through again. That's a slip stitch. Now we've changed the color and we're ready to continue with the second row. We just pull that color through and slip stitch it together. We're going to start the new row by chaining 5 again. Every single row of granny square starts by 5 chains. So here's my 5 chains, and then I'm gonna do 3 double crochets in this first corner. Now that I've got 3 double crochets in my first corner done, I'm gonna go straight to the next corner and do 3 double crochets right in there. So the wall in the second row has 2 petals of 3 double crochets. So there's 3 double crochets in the first corner, 3 double crochets in the second corner. And then that pattern we're going to repeat for the next walls. So it's 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 2 chains. The chains only appear on a corner, and then that we're going to do on the second wall. Like, here's the first wall, here's the second wall. We're gonna do 3 double crochets in here, 3 double crochets in the second corner, 2 chains on the corner, and then we're gonna flip it again and do the same. So just watch along if you don't get it yet. I'm doing 3 double crochets in the same corner as before. That's 2, and that's 3, and I'm moving on to the next corner without any chains in between, just straight in there, and I'm doing 3 double crochets right in the next corner. Since it's the corner, I'm going to add 2 chains, 1 and 2, and then I'm gonna repeat this again. So for the next wall, it's gonna be 3 double crochets in the same corner, 3 double crochets in the next one, and then 2 chains. I'm starting in this corner, then going to this one, and then 2 chains. Let me show you. I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3 double crochets in the same corner, and then I'm going to go straight to the next corner and do 1, 2, and 3 in the second corner, and then 2 chains. Chain 1, chain 2. And for the last wall, it's going to look a little bit different. We're going to do 3 double crochets in the same corner, like in all corners before. And then in the next corner, we're just going to do 2 instead of 3, because the chains that we begin with are pretending to be a double crochet as well. So we don't need 3, we just need 2 in the last one right here. Let's do that together. I'm going to do 1 double crochet in this last corner, and then second double crochet in the corner, and that's it. I'm gonna finish off this row with a slip stitch in that last corner. I'm gonna go right in the big hole, take the yarn out and take it out again. That's a slip stitch, and that's 2 rows of our granny square done. To quickly compare it with the one that is finished, we've got now the 2 rows done, so you can see the pattern of like the petals coming through, and you can see that now we're going to add the white color again. Each wall of the granny square has 1 more petal, so the first row has just 1 petal, the second row has 2 petals, and the third floor has 1, 2, 3 of the petals. The number of petals is always the same as the number of the row that we're doing. In the third row, we're gonna have 3 petals, so that's 3 petals, chain 2, 3 petals, chain 2, 3 petals, chain 2. If you're not getting it yet, I'm just going to show you all that step by step so that you can see all that I'm doing. I attached the new color again, I pull it through, I tighten the previous color, I tighten the new color. I'm going to do 1 chain in the new color, I tighten it as well to have that seamless transition, and then go into the big hole right here. This first corner, I'm going to go in there, take the yarn out and take it out again. That's the slip stitch that finishes off the color change. In this row, we're gonna do 3 double crochets in here, 3 double crochets in here, 3 double crochets in here, and then 2 chains. For the corner, the chains only appear on the corners, remember that. I'm starting off with 5 chains, and then I'm gonna do 3 double crochets in the first corner. Then it's 3 double crochets in that space between the 2 green petals. Remember that we go into the space in between. And lastly, we're gonna go into that new corner and do 3 double crochets in that new corner. And after that, 2 chains. Just like that, I've got my first wall done. 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and each of the walls will be exactly the same pattern. 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 2 chains. I'm gonna jump right here. I've done 3 walls, and for the last wall, just as a reminder how to finish it off so that you're not stressed, so that you don't have to go back and see how you finish it off. In the last row, we've got 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 2 double crochets, and then a slip stitch in that last corner. Just like this, we got 3 walls of our granny square done. This is the comparison of where we're at. The done granny square on the right has 4 walls, but at this point you know the pattern. It's just 3 double crochets times so many as the number of the row, and then 2 chains, and that repeated for every single wall. You can do as many walls as you wish, just like that. I quite like to do them in the opposite color, so one starting from the bright color, one starting from the darker one, and then put them together in like checkered pattern. I think I'm gonna do a separate video on different ways how you can join granny squares. For now, be proud of yourself, practice, and this is going to unlock a new level in crocheting for you, so congrats!